All right, so this is a really short video. Basically, I wanted to show just like the mixing of colors, just a couple of them. So with mixing a yellow and white and then just a smidgen of red, we'll create a peachy skin tone. It's always good to test it before using your color that you've mixed on a big piece. You want to just test it to make sure it's actually the color that you want. Also note that these colors will dry differently too. Another thing is you can make your own black, because you can create it with red and green, or you can just mix like everything together. But if you run out of black, you can create your own black. And a lot of times you'll be making your own black or your own darker colors because you want to kind of tinge something. Like you want to, without making it too dark, kind of creating a darker tone that lets in a little bit of like that light colors going through. Sometimes you'll want to mix your own black so you can have a color-based black, because some black paints just bring it all the way down and there's no vibrancy to the black. And as you might know in real life, there's certain reflections that will happen in black. You can have a black that's more red or a black that's more blue. So you can actually control that with mixing your own black. Another thing is mixing your own brown. You need to, in order to create that, basically your primary colors, and you can play around with it, but different levels of yellow will give you a different kind of brown. If you want a nice dark brown, you can add black to it, actual black, but I tend to like kind of like a more yellow, warmer brown. And then you test it. See how that goes. Warning, you want to make sure that you mix enough paint for your painting. Once you start running out of a color, it's really hard to recreate that same color. That takes a lot of practice and mastery. But if you create that color initially in a pretty good amount, at least enough that you know that you can use it for your painting, then you should be good. Another thing is being able to spray your palette once and again, just to make sure that your colors on your palette, your paint palette that you've mixed, stay wet. And when you have them and they're staying wet, you'll actually be able to use them, and you won't be really sad when you have to mix a bunch of the same exact color paint an hour later because it's completely dried to your palette. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Thanks.